I'm sharing an apartment with the campus belle. Before this, I had secretly loved her for 3 whole years. Trying to get her attention, striking up conversations, asking for her WeChat, none of it dared cross my mind. The only thing I dared do was draw her into my comics, to ease the ache of longing. That night, a pinned comment appeared beneath the comic I was serializing online. When will the heroine of this comic become the heroine of my life? My editor stared at it as if sleepwalking, unable to tell reality from fiction. The comment section exploded instantly. Mockery, celebration, advice, parody, everything imaginable. A month passed and I still hadn't succeeded. But they didn't know. The one who got pushed down was actually me. While arguing fiercely online with my editor Xiaoyan, my phone suddenly rang. "Sweetie, are you scared living alone? Mom has found you a roommate, a gorgeous girl. Go for it, sweetie." It was my unreliable mom. Before I could protest, she hung up, leaving my head spinning. Didn't she realize that any young woman bold enough to share an apartment with a strange man was probably either a tank or a dinosaur? Was she helping me or deliberately setting me up? Grumbling to myself, the doorbell rang. No need to guess. It had to be my new roommate. I hesitated, but ignoring it wasn't an option. Passing the mirror, I saw my dark circles and scruffy beard. On impulse, I gave myself a messy bedhead, smeared some leftover takeout grease on my clothes, then shuffled toward the door, picking my nose. The moment I opened it and leaned lazily against the frame, a rush of fragrance swept past. Standing outside was a tall beauty, smiling dazzlingly. She looked at me, our eyes meeting, and I froze completely. How could it be Chin Yumo? A flicker of surprise crossed her face, her smile fading slightly. We stood there staring at each other. After a pause, she broke the silence. "Excuse me, is this place renting out a room?" She forced a small smile, gaze drifting away to avoid mine. "I spoke with the landlord already. She told me to come over, said I could sign the lease directly with you." In those few seconds, my expression cycled through countless changes. Apart from my family, everyone knew I'd been secretly in love with Chin Yumo for 3 years. During that time, I never dared approach her, strike up a conversation, or ask for her contact. All I did was watch her silently from the shadows, or draw her into my comics late at night, letting out my feelings quietly. They all thought I was a coward. But what they didn't know was that in the many days I spent watching her, I had seen how mercilessly she rejected every suitor, no matter how outstanding, never letting anyone touch her heart. So why humiliate myself? Loving her was my business. It had nothing to do with her. As my thoughts wandered, I snapped back to find Chin Yumo apologizing. "Sorry, have I got the wrong place? If I have, just say so. I won't disturb you." Panic shot through me at the thought of her leaving. Wait, but then I didn't know what to say. If I had known it was her, even without tidying up, I would never have deliberately made myself look ugly. Caught between advance and retreat, my palms were sweaty, my eyes evasive, too afraid to meet her gaze. Finally gritting my teeth, a low voice laced with an unfamiliar dialect burst out. "No mistake, this house belongs to my sister. I just came from out of town to visit my nephew. He didn't know about this." Chin Yumo's beautiful eyes flickered with hesitation. She adjusted the bag strap on her shoulder, her gaze uncertain. Then, "Is the room still available? Who am I supposed to sign the contract with?" "I can sign for him. My nephew's out right now. Why don't you take a look at the room first? If you like it, we'll talk more later." Fearing she might bolt, I barely dared breathe, feeling myself near collapse. Thankfully, she held steady and agreed. When my mom renovated, considering my lack of self-care skills, she made both rooms into bedrooms, planning to move in with me after I started work to look after me. After I refused, the second bedroom stayed empty, its door shut year-round, never cleaned. Opening it now sent dust swirling into both our faces. Awkwardly scratching my cheek, I saw her brows knit slightly, her eyes dimming. I forced a dry laugh. Blame my sister. She didn't tell me someone was coming, or I'd have cleaned up earlier. Chin Yumo gave me a strange look. "This room hasn't been used in a while, has it? Where have you been staying these past few days?" It was probably just small talk, but with guilt weighing on me, her words felt loaded, as though she doubted my identity. I turned to stare at the ceiling, keeping up the act. "Oh, when I came, I told my nephew I'd only be here a few days. No need for fresh bedding. So I've just been bunking in his room. His bed's huge, 8 meters, plenty of space for both of us." She didn't press further, but bypassed my room and headed straight for the bathroom. Uh-oh. That was dangerous. I sidestepped to block the doorway. It's kind of messy inside. Let's check somewhere else." She wasn't giving up, peeking through the gap. It really felt like playing hide-and-seek with her, and she seemed far too entertained by the idea of exposing my fake uncle act. In the end, she couldn't outlast me and backed down. The rest of the tour went smoothly, no more incidents. Until after signing the contract, Chin Yumo studied my signature, her expression odd again. "Do you always sign like that?" I glanced at the paper and nearly jumped. I had a habit of signing my pen name at the end of every comic chapter. Somehow, without thinking, I'd signed it here. The handwriting was wild, so she might not recognize it, but those 2 little stars in the upper right corner, painfully obvious. Well, sweat broke out as I scrambled for an excuse. "I work in construction. Always admired educated people. What do you think of my artistic signature?" I practically shouted it, making her flinch. She took a step back, clutching the contract to her chest, forcing a stiff smile. "It's nice. You're very talented." Flattered, my brain short-circuited. "You like it? Want me to sign another one for you as a souvenir?" And that's how I got kicked out of my own home. Mortified, I left the spare key on the living room table and fled. Standing by the roadside for a long time, letting the cold wind hit me, I made up my mind. I would officially pursue Chin Yumo. Even if I failed in the end, at least I could say I tried. Hours later, after thoroughly reinventing myself, there wasn't a trace of my earlier appearance. Returning home, the entire apartment had transformed, everything neatly arranged, spotless even in the corners. Unexpectedly, Chin Yumo wasn't in her room. Instead, there was a sticky note. I'll move in tomorrow morning. Don't oversleep, smiley face. That playful tone sent a chill down my spine. No way was that meant for me. Could she have recognized me all along, simply playing along? No, impossible. Absolutely no way. Back in school, whenever we were in the same place, I always minimized my presence. Why would she remember someone like me? Just background noise. Lost in thought, my mom's call came in. Sweetie, how was the girl today? Gorgeous, right? If she could be my daughter-in-law, Mom's life would be complete. Of course, she and I were thinking exactly alike. Too bad her son hadn't even managed to cross paths with Chin Yumo yet. Afraid of being laughed at, I denied it immediately. Mom, don't get ahead of yourself. Too loud, too defensive. She caught the tone instantly, groaning dramatically. A beautiful girl delivered right to your door, and you don't even dare dream? Are you addicted to being single, or is your orientation different? I don't care. You're giving me a straight answer today. Hiding at home, chatting with people online all day. Are you sure you're even into girls? She ranted until she wore herself out, then hung up. Staring at the darkened screen, an idea struck. Could I ask for Chin Yumo's number, offer to help her move in, and use that to get closer? On my computer, the argument with Xiao Yan was still open. Today's comic upload was only a rough framework. A minor figure in the comic world, I had been submitting work since high school, mostly for the love of it. Only in the last 6 months had my serialization, The Campus Belle is My Neighbor, unexpectedly taken off, earning me a contract. Since then, I hadn't missed a single update. Pushing aside distractions, I returned to plotting the next chapter. As I drew, I remembered an afternoon during my freshman spring semester. Lazy as ever, I chose an aisle seat in the lecture hall for easy escape. Not long after, Chin Yumo and a few girls entered, carrying milk tea, chatting and laughing. They eyed the seats across the aisle. Perhaps she, like me, preferred the edge. Between us lay only that narrow strip of space. Even so, I kept my head down, focused entirely on drawing. My roommate Lin Ming whispered in my ear, "Look, it's Chin Yumo, the newly voted campus belle from the confession wall. If she ever says one word to me, I could go 4 years without a girlfriend and still die happy." Annoyed, I thought. With that attitude, he'll never get one. Suddenly, a lovely voice spoke. "Classmate, milk tea for you." I looked up to see a stunning girl holding out a cup. Gasps rippled around us, whispers breaking out. I became the center of attention, and I hated it even if the girl responsible was breathtaking. Lin Meng, furious, pinched my side hard. Caught off guard, I yelped like a stuck pig. Laughter erupted. Humiliated, I kept my head down, pointedly ignoring her. Lin Meng pinched me again, seething. "What are you waiting for? The campus belle gives you milk tea. Take it." I ignored him. He was insane. Then he gasped dramatically, laughing crudely. "No wonder she came over, your fly's broken. Hello there, Pikachu. Ha ha ha, social death." College student, cartoon underwear exposed due to a zipper malfunction, and the campus belle had kindly pointed it out. Any self-respecting person wouldn't dare show their face near Chin Yumo again. Who knew if she'd ask? "Aren't you that guy whose fly broke and squealed like a pig?" Chin Yumo's image became endless inspiration for my comics. I drew swiftly, seamlessly. Finishing one page, I checked the time, past 8 in the evening. Ordered takeout, uploaded the draft, and kept creating until the ideas ran dry. By then, it was 3 a.m. I opened the site, uploaded the new chapter to the author backend, scheduled it for release, then switched to the reader view. On impulse, I left a pinned comment. When will the heroine of this comic become the heroine of my life? Morning came, and naturally I overslept. I hid in my room until the movers had left and the noise died down before emerging. Chin Yumo was still in the living room. One glance at my oily face told her everything. Wondering if I should introduce myself, she greeted me casually, like an old acquaintance. "Up late working last night?" I nodded mutely. Nervous again, I didn't dare test whether she knew yesterday's uncle was me. To avoid seeming like an idle shut-in, I lied. Client deadlines. Had to finish a design draft overnight. I majored in interior design, now in my senior year internship, running a small decorating company with classmates. Business was slow, so as lead designer I worked from home, rarely stepping outside. Between late nights and too much smoking, my throat felt scraped raw, voice hoarse and sharp. Chin Yumo smiled. "Sore throat? Have a lozenge. See a doctor if you catch a cold. I'll get back to work." She carried a box toward her room, then paused at the bathroom door. "Hurry up and wash. I need to use it soon." Long after she'd closed her door, I finally snapped out of it. That familiarity was unsettling. The more I thought about it, the more uneasy I felt. Emerging from the bathroom, I noticed clutter in the living room and perked up. Wasn't this a perfect chance to help? Not wanting to overstep, I knocked on her door. She turned, still organizing her wardrobe, back to me. "Need help? Anything heavy or troublesome, just ask," I offered. Before she could reply, an arrogant voice cut in. "So you're the roommate?" Only then did I notice the young man seated by the window. Seeing me, he rose, positioning himself behind Chin Yumo protectively, looking me up and down with disdain. "With me here, does she need you sucking up?" I wanted to fire back, but taking in his height, looks, outfit, then glancing at Chin Yumo beside him, I had to admit they looked good together. A dull ache settled in my chest. "So Chin Yumo had a boyfriend now?" I'd always assumed she was career-driven and independent. Since freshman year, she'd balanced multiple part-time jobs, the most frequent and lucrative being modeling. Campus elites, top students, entrepreneurs, rich heirs, countless men pursued her. Yet she rejected them all, supporting herself without accepting gifts or favors. What made this man different? Special enough to be her exception? Jealousy bit at me. I clenched my fists, taunting recklessly. What, you two planning to live together? The moment the words left my mouth, I wanted to slap myself. What a low blow. Surprise flickered across Chin Yumo's fair cheeks, a faint blush rising. The man beside her smirked, reaching to put an arm around her. She shifted smoothly out of reach, leaving him grasping air. She teased lightly. You mean Xiao Yu? Forget it. He takes up too much space, unlike my little cuties, one cardboard box and they're packed. She crouched to rummage through a carton, pulling out a plush cat and handing it to me. This is my daughter Jing Jing. Could Uncle here look after her for me? Her playful smile erased all earlier awkwardness. That was what I admired most about her. Poised, tactful, her words like a gentle breeze. The toy felt oddly familiar. Before I could examine it, the man who'd hugged nothing but air withdrew his hand awkwardly, then sidled back to her side. You're overthinking. It was just a joke. Why explain so seriously? His tone dripped with vinegar, his intentions obvious. Chin Yumo shifted away again, clearly uncomfortable with his closeness. Finding him constantly underfoot, she handed him a plush toy as well. Fine, I know you minded not getting one. Now can you sit down? I've got too much stuff to entertain you. I didn't mean it like that, he insisted. Kidding, she brushed off. I know you're not like that. How about you sit and direct me instead? No way. Don't mess with my things. Within moments, I was invisible again. Just like countless times at school, close enough to touch, yet her gaze never lingered on me. Chin Yumo was skilled at reading the room. Noticing my isolation, she set her work aside to introduce me. This is our department supervisor, Yue Xiaofeng. Just call him Brother Yue. Don't let his serious face fool you. He's great to us interns. Knowing I was moving from near campus, he insisted on checking the place since he lives nearby. Don't read too much into it. Putting the pieces together, I guessed Yue Xiaofeng was the type of supervisor who exploited his position to cling to female subordinates. Chin Yumo still worked under him, so she couldn't risk open conflict, probably why she'd chosen a male roommate. Blood surged hotly in my veins. If I didn't act now, was I even a man? Setting the plush toy down, I stepped forward, seizing Yue Xiaofeng's right hand with both of mine, grinning broadly. Hello. I'm Li Guangyuan, same year as Chin Yumo. We went to the same university. What a coincidence, right? Out of the whole city, she ends up renting my place. Feels like fate, doesn't it? Yue Xiaofeng slowly withdrew his hand, looking down at me like I was an ant. Classmate Li, you're interning now, right? Shouldn't you know your place? Some things aren't yours to covet. Society's complicated. You might bump into people you can't afford to offend. The insult was blatant. Even Chin Yumo frowned, rushing to mediate. All right, we know you mean well. But can you drop the supervisor act when you're off the clock, Manager Yue? Guess I'm just blunt, he said with a casual smile that didn't reach his eyes. I burned with humiliation, but refused to sink to his level. Grinning like a fool, I shot back. Not at all, why would I mind? If becoming a leader means you can't speak freely, who'd bother climbing the ladder for more say? But isn't a leader's job knowing when to let go? Chin Yumo's an adult. Watching her every move like she's a child, isn't that inappropriate? And I made it clear when leasing. I value peace and quiet. Everywhere except my bedroom is shared space. For someone so experienced to keep intruding here isn't just taking advantage, it's rude. Wouldn't you agree? Tit for tat, who couldn't play that game? If not for catching Chin Yumo hiding a smirk out of the corner of my eye, I might have gone on lecturing. Eventually, Yue Xiaofeng lost composure, his words growing cruder. He mocked my major. Interior design? Isn't that mostly women? Did you feel like a crane among chickens in class? Then my remote work? Didn't take you for such a shut-in? At least you clean up well. I wasn't speechless because I lacked a response, more because Chin Yumo was present. My thoughts lagged. By the time I organized a retort, she'd smoothed things over again. Finally, frustrated beyond words, Chin Yumo said nothing. Neither did I. The atmosphere grew stiff. I knew as long as I stayed in her room, Yue Xiaofeng would keep picking fights. Not wanting to make things harder for her, I excused myself and retreated to my room. At my computer opening my comic, I saw that yesterday's pinned comment had drawn a sharp reply. Sleepwalking, can't tell fiction from reality. Recognizing the tone, I checked the ID. Sure enough, my editor Xiao Yan's alternate account. Unreliable as ever, he spared no series under his care from his biting tongue. Now readers were attacking him in the comments, some mocking him as a lifelong singleton, others jeering at his sour grapes. Compared to Xiao Yan, many readers were actually encouraging me, offering advice. Chasing girls takes thick skin and persistence. Keep going. Shower her with gifts, wow her, idiot, just get her drunk, cook the rice before she knows it. Reading these, the gloom in my chest lightened considerably. By lunchtime, Chin Yumo and Yue Xiaofeng had left. I ordered takeout alone. She didn't return that afternoon. I went to the supermarket downstairs and bought a pile of snacks she liked. Still no sign of her by evening, but I received an unexpected WeChat friend request from Chin Yumo. I accepted immediately, messaging, "Back for dinner? Chin Yumo, want to order takeout together?" "Yesterday I noticed the kitchen's unused. No signs of cooking," she replied. "Huh? Where's your uncle? His kid's still young. He could take some snacks when he visits." I wanted to throw my phone. Couldn't she forget the uncle story? She followed up, "I'm working late tonight. Probably back very late, save the door for me. Though she didn't specify the job, I could guess. In the past, missing dorm curfew usually meant a photo shoot. Rumors spread, some nasty ones claiming she was being kept by someone wealthy. I'd spent considerable effort investigating and clearing her name. Once, terrified she'd be unsafe living alone, I'd secretly rented the apartment across the street just to watch over her. Creepy maybe, but seeing her safe every day was enough. Our school sat far from downtown, commuting 8 hours. That's why, after opening our small firm in the city center, I moved into this apartment. Who could have predicted Chin Yumo, starting her internship, would also move out from near campus and become my roommate? Past 9 o'clock, still no Chin Yumo. Irritable, I went downstairs for beer. Grabbing a can labeled in English, I didn't realize it wasn't beer until after I drank it. One can in, and I blacked out. Waking at dawn, I instinctively sprinted for the bathroom in just a tank top and shorts. The moment I pushed the door, our eyes met. Chin Yumo, halfway through applying makeup, one eye wide, the other squinting. I couldn't even manage a simple apology. In the mirror, traces of my uncle persona still clung to me. I mentally cursed. Then Chin Yumo squinted, her gaze unfocused. Li Guangyu, is that you? My heart stopped. Busted? Sorry, I'm extremely nearsighted, she said with an apologetic smile. Just now, rinsing my contacts, they fell out. Can't see a thing. Mind helping me over? Shock rooted me. That worked? So Chin Yumo was severely nearsighted. News to me. 3 years of reconnaissance and I'd missed that detail. Thrilled by this rare closeness, I nodded frantically. Sure, as long as you don't mind my unwashed face and unbrushed teeth, she laughed. Realization hit. What was I saying? It wasn't like we were kissing. Why mention hygiene? Embarrassed, I coughed lightly, offering my arm. Her soft hand brushed my wrist, sending a jolt through me, too stimulating. That I didn't faint from the rush of blood was a testament to my self-control. From the corner of my eye, I caught her shoulders, shaking with suppressed laughter. Blushing furiously, I avoided looking at her, guiding her back to her room like a eunuch escorting a palace consort. Checking my comic comments later, I saw they'd grown again. Someone asked, "Isn't little Yuan great at cooking? Tried it in real life yet?" Can't catch a woman? Catch her stomach first, I groaned. Something easy to draw in a comic was a nightmare in reality. I'd attempted cooking before, producing only culinary disasters, so when Chin Yumo finished work we ordered takeout again. Saturday arrived quickly. My mom showed up loaded with bags. The instant she entered and saw Chin Yumo and me sitting on the sofa discussing lunch options, her face darkened. Out of money? Couldn't tell your mother? Eating takeout every day? Only then did I realize, it was Saturday. Of course we shouldn't be eating takeout. I should have taken Chin Yumo out. Following her into the kitchen, I hissed, "Can you save me some face?" What must she think of me? My mom rolled her eyes dramatically. "Wow, the place is so tidy today, sweetie, you've improved, good job." Confused, I heard laughter behind me. Chin Yumo had followed us in, giggling uncontrollably. "Yeah, great job!" She twisted the knife in further. What could I say? Sandwiched between these two women, I could only grin like an idiot. Chin Yumo squeezed next to my mom. "Auntie, let me help. I'm tired of coming home to take out every night." She shot me a meaningful glance. They chatted happily. My mom suddenly noticed me still standing there. Instant change of tone. "What are you gawking at? Out. Women are talking. Do you eavesdrop?" I was bewildered. What exactly was my mom's mission today? Just before the meal, Yue Xiaofeng arrived, carrying a bouquet of red roses. He hadn't expected my mom to be there, but she was far more excited than I, her biological son. Throughout the meal, my mom bombarded him with questions. "Oh, whose handsome young man is this? Where do you work? Monthly income? Own a home? A car? How big? What brand? What do your parents do?" Yue Xiaofeng's expression darkened. This wasn't a date, why the interrogation? Since entering, he'd barely spoken to Chin Yumo beyond a greeting. I kept my head down, eating, enjoying the show. My mom wasn't finished. "Sweetie, stop hogging the food. Peel some shrimp for Momo." I obeyed. But the moment my chopsticks reached the plate, another pair intercepted. "Auntie, I'll handle this. No need to trouble classmate Li," Yue Xiaofeng said, shooting me a tossing glare before heaping shrimp into his own bowl. My mom beamed. "Really? Then I'll trouble you, Xiao Yui." She slid her own bowl toward him. Seizing the chance, I peeled several shrimp and placed them in Chin Yumo's bowl, adding a few other dishes too. Seeing her eat them without hesitation warmed me through. My happiness guaranteed someone else's misery. After being drafted into servitude by my mom, Yue Xiaofeng excused himself to the bathroom. When he returned, the roses reappeared. He walked deliberately to Chin Yumo, voice tender. "Momo, we've known each other half a year now. You know how I feel. Today, with classmate Li and Auntie as witnesses, will you be my girlfriend?" The air froze. None of us expected this. Seeing Chin Yumo's discomfort, my mom leapt in. "Xiao Ye, this isn't how you chase a girl. Far too casual. She won't feel your sincerity at all." Her reasoning was sound. Yue Xiaofeng's face flickered. Muttering an apology, he set the flowers aside and returned to his seat. My mom patted his shoulder. "Xiao Ye, I get your situation, sounds decent. But the main issue? You're not independent. Still living with your parents, nice house or not, makes a girl feel she'd just be a free nanny. Look at my Xiao Yuan, kicked out before graduation. That's what a real man does. Understand?" Caught off guard by my mom's subtle advertisement, I felt awkward. Right on cue, Chin Yumo looked at me. I quickly added more food to her bowl, masking my nerves. She returned the favor, serving me soup. In that instant, I caught my mom's knowing smirk, and Yue Xiaofeng's murderous stare. With my mom's help, he never stood a chance. After he left sulking, my mom suggested shopping that afternoon. I assumed she was creating an opportunity for Chin Yumo and me. I even researched good dating spots. 2 hours later, I trailed behind carrying bags, while the two women shopped with focus. Their rapport seemed years old, not hours new. Exhausted, I noted, two extroverts together are terrifying. Passing a bubble tea shop, my mom turned. Sweetie, could you? I understood immediately, lining up obediently. 3 years ago, the milk tea Chin Yumo gave me, I still remembered the flavor. Without hesitation, I ordered the exact same one, plus lemon honey tea for my mom. Taking it, Chin Yumo sipped, surprised. Blackcurrant, my favorite. My mom bit her straw, giving me an encouraging look. Not bad, kiddo. Didn't know you had it in you. Guilty, I played dumb. Really? The staff recommended it. My mom glanced at the menu board. Today's special was nowhere near what Chin Yumo was drinking. She turned away, sipping her drink in silence, done with me. Similar scenes replayed all afternoon. Each time I guessed Chin Yumo's preferences correctly, then disguised them as accidents. My mom's gaze grew darker, eventually screaming one clear message: this child is hopeless. As dusk fell, my mom gathered her bags, announcing she needed to cook for my dad, driving off, leaving Chin Yumo and me blinking at each other. Later, I suggested, how about we order takeout, heat up the leftovers? After Chin Yumo left for work, I threw myself into cooking practice. Wasted kilos of potatoes, sliced my fingers numb, nearly cutting them. Settling on soup, I tossed in various ingredients, feeling optimistic. Unfortunately, not long after eating, Chin Yumo reacted badly. Did you put wine in the soup? I'm allergic to alcohol. I blanked. Cooking wine counted? I knew better but lacked the vocabulary. Watching her allergy worsen, I didn't hesitate, hailing a taxi straight to the hospital. Chin Yumo stayed busy, internship, part-time work, never stopping. Her major was business English. Sometimes her door ajar, English words drifted out, most incomprehensible to me. One night, I stayed up late drawing. Emerging for a late-night noodle, I found Chin Yumo awake too, staring at her phone while waiting for instant noodles. Seeing me, she raised an eyebrow. Up late again? Working on something? How could I tell her I was dissatisfied with every attempt to depict her being kissed in my comic? I dodged. Thinking of making plain noodles. Want some? She ignored that, probing instead. This late, not sleeping, not watching porn, are you? Of course not, just drawing. My pitch was higher than intended but truthful, if technically misleading. Chin Yumo narrowed her eyes. From observation, your company's pretty slow. Otherwise, you wouldn't be home-based. Her noodles finished. Slurping, she pressed. Why stay up so late? Not internet dating, are you? Who's the lucky person? Stunned, I looked up. How had she concluded that? Even if my pursuit wasn't overt, surely it wasn't. Then it hit me. Had my mom said something? Don't believe her. She imagines things. So you're not gay. Auntie misunderstood. Never did I expect Chin Yumo to be so blunt. I wanted to tell her, I've loved you 3 years, never wavered. But we were barely roommates. Say it now, and even this fragile connection might snap. Better wait for natural timing. Since Chin Yumo moved in, Saturdays often brought visitors. Assuming it was Yue Xiaofeng again, I opened the door, only to be bear-hugged. Little Yuanzi, long time no see, miss me? Lin Meng pounded my back enthusiastically. Before I could speak, he whispered, my girlfriend's visiting from out of town. Can she crash here a couple days? I shoved him away. Hell no. Chin Yumo's here. I won't even let you in, let alone her. A petite girl peeked out from behind him, his long-distance girlfriend, presumably. Blinking innocently. Lin Meng, we can just eat out. He doesn't look lonely. Dude, that's Chin Shu Sly Dog, Lin Meng spluttered. I clamped a hand over his mouth, shoving him toward the door. Not a word. I'll explain later. Too late. Chin Yumo emerged, voice lazy. Nope. Explain now, or I'm staying right here. She adopted a landlady tone. Xiao Yan, your classmate's here. Invite him in. Rude to talk at the door. I was losing my mind. She was doing this on purpose. She'd never called me Xiao Yan before. Lin Meng, your girlfriend needs a place to stay a couple days. Okay, I countered. Lin Meng panicked, tugging my arm. Stop, both of us. Shut up. Nobody says anything. Long time no see, join us for lunch? Chin the campus bell. Honor us with your presence? I didn't want Lin Meng near Chin Yumo. His loose lips could ruin everything, but I forgot. Chin Yumo's choices weren't mine to control. She agreed readily. Sure, I hardly know anything about Xiao Yuan after all this time. Perhaps my personality was too subdued. She enjoyed teasing me, adding spice to our quiet life. She chased ambition. I was a lovesick fool. I never dreamed she'd halt her progress to glance back at me. Lunch was the most torturous meal of my life. Nerves frayed throughout. Thankfully, Lin Meng's big mouth stayed sealed regarding his girlfriend's private matters, preventing him from blurting out my history of pining after Chin Yumo. Afterward, we went to an amusement park. Lin Meng's girlfriend clung to his arm, cooing, let's ride the Ferris wheel. Immediately, I recalled the legend. Kiss at the top, lovers stay together forever. Or was it parting? Lin Meng, the textbook straight man, insisted, I'd rather roller coaster, pirate ship. Probably hoping to impress her with bravery during her screams. But he misread her. Her face plainly showed disappointment. The Ferris wheel's unnecessary. You literally sat in a car for hours to get here. I was about to nudge him when Chin Yumo poked my arm. Want to test that Ferris wheel legend? Kiss at the peak, eternal love, or does it break them apart? Lin Meng finally caught on, cheerfully accompanying his girlfriend onto the ride. Chin Yumo licked her ice cream, gaze fixed on me. You never told me which version of the legend is true. Something was off. Very off. This wasn't teasing anymore. This was flirting, wasn't it? But she'd never acted this way before. Next, Chin Yumo proposed the haunted house. I assumed her professional drive mirrored inner steel. Wrong. When actors in costume scattered us, she paled, gripping my hand tightly. Xiaoyan, I'm scared. Don't lose me. Again she called me Xiaoyuan, revealing vulnerability. I longed to pull her into my arms, but feared ruining things. What if she regretted it later and withdrew? Until in a dim corner ahead, a couple kissed brazenly. Instinctively, I covered her eyes. Don't look, filthy. She found my ears, whispering, don't listen. Corrupting minors. Post-haunted house, my status plummeted. Xiaoyan, peel me a mango? Xiaoyan, I want udon noodles tonight. Can you make it? Xiaoyan, the water heater's too hot, adjust it lower? The blissful aftermath lasted days. When editor Xiaoyan demanded accelerating the comic plot, I agreed. The hero and heroine should be together, just like me and Qin Yumo. Yue Xiaofeng's botched confession served as a warning. What natural, unforced scene could transform us into a couple? I brainstormed, testing ideas via the comic. A wall slam, would that be too cliché? Overthinking eroded confidence. Revising the same panel repeatedly satisfied no one. Frustrated, a knock came. Xiaoyan awake? Qin Yumo's voice, urgent. I never kept her waiting, not a second, bolting upright to open the door. Her complexion was poor, one cheek scratched. Mosquitoes. Bitten. Got repellent or balm? Let me check. I headed to the bathroom. My mom had stocked up last summer. Surely some remained unless expired. Returning with supplies, I found Qin Yumo bent over my computer. The screen displayed my comic, the heroine pinned against a wall by the hero. Diguang Yushi, Little Yuan, Little Mo. Diguang Yushi was my pen name for publishing comics. Little Yuan and Little Mo were my thinly veiled self-inserts. Qin Yumo slowly straightened, smile enigmatic. You might as well broadcast it. Li Guangyuan and Qin Yumo, right? Mortified, I searched for an exit. Quite the schemer, huh? Daring to covet your older sister? She advanced, backing me toward the wall. Trapped, she seized my wrist, lifting my arm, pressing her other hand flat beside me. Like this, Xiao Yuan? My mind went blank. I was being wall-slammed by Qin Yumo. She'd even coined our nicknames. Her eyes held galaxies of meaning. Oh God, let me die. Speechless, I wished I could vanish into the floor. Qin Yumo laughed until she shook. I thought it ended there. But she freed one hand, tilting my chin up. 3 years of secret pining? Never once thought to confess? My brain detonated. She knew everything. Eyes shut tight, I forced out, I didn't dare. Qin Yumo laughed freely. As her laughter faded, silence hung heavy. Want to try with me? Her voice trembled as though summoning immense courage. Incredulous, I opened my eyes, seeking confirmation. She fled, face scarlet. So even Qin Yumo's offensive had limits. I couldn't sleep, unsure if she was joking or sincere. Our WeChat log still showed our earlier exchange about dinner. I caved, typing, was what you said earlier serious? No reply. Asleep? Agony gnawed at me. Another message. Why me? I'm so ordinary. Finally she answered, ordinary is relative. Maybe in your eyes my suitors shone brilliantly, but to me they were utterly mundane. I didn't understand. Was her taste simply different? Qin Yumo, none of them gave me security, but you, I feel protective toward. Her words confused me. This inverted my original intention of protecting her. Defensive, I shot back. I'm the man. I should protect you. Qin Yumo, just stay home being the landlord, drawing comics, cooking. I'll earn money to support you. Mortification, she knew my assets. My mom had told her. Yes, this entire building belonged to my family. That's why I could laze about, drawing comics, a salty fish in peace. It was compensation when developers acquired our orchard years ago. Suddenly, I remembered, my mom's close friend had a daughter my age, named Momo. I'd once declared, when I grow up, I'll be Ultraman fighting monsters. You being a girl, stay home cooking. Buried memories surged. Countless times I'd pushed Qin Yumo away, refusing to play, so everything traced back to childhood karma. I also recalled a period when my mom's calls were filled with rage. Words like affair, scumbag, divorce surfaced constantly. Stringing it together, I grasped why Qin Yumo evaded all pursuers, and I was her choice because I wasn't dazzling. Hurt, I typed, you can call me ugly but I don't need your protection. Qin Yumo, oh, then work hard, my almost boyfriend. Unhappy, me fine. My girlfriend Qin Yumo. Extra scene, I met a very special boy. His secret love for me was absolute. Many times I sensed his hidden gaze in crowds. Never malicious, always pure. Much like the first time I saw her in that lecture hall to her. A campus belle, causing constant commotion, was less interesting than the cat named Jing Jing she was drawing. I thought of my own childhood cat, also named Jing Jing. When my parents fought constantly, I was miserable, so I named her that. Once my father stormed out, leaving the door ajar. She ran out and never returned. Their fights stemmed from his affair, tormenting my mother for years, shrinking her world. Even her closest friend moved to the provincial capital, contacting us only yearly. I feared love, feared marriage, terrified of becoming my mother. So in college, despite endless suitors, I never wavered. The university was in the provincial capital. Freshman year, my mother accompanied me, entrusting me to her old friend Aunt Lee. Aunt Lee had a son my age, attending the same university. As kids, she'd joked I'd marry him someday. Wary of matchmaking, I avoided their home, keeping contact limited to phone calls. Senior year internship, Aunt Lee mentioned her son never left his two-bedroom, acting mysteriously, possibly internet dating a man. She hoped I'd move in, investigate, and look after him. Shortly after I broke the ice. Excuse me, is this place renting a room? He was that boy who'd secretly loved me 3 years, Aunt Lee's son Li Guangyuan. Instinct urged rejection, but gay echoed in my mind. Perhaps I was the cause of this mess. Aunt Lee had been so good to me. I owed her. I couldn't watch him go down the wrong path. To avoid suspicion, I posed as a normal roommate. When he opened the door, I was stunned. Had I gotten the wrong unit? He looked nothing like himself. Since he insisted on playing uncle, I played along. Signing the contract, he accidentally wrote his pen name, Di Guangyushi, complete with 2 playful stars. Strangely, I didn't recoil. My nose stung. Aside from my mother, he was probably the person who cherished me most. I decided to give him, and myself, a chance. But he never made a move, so I dragged Yue Xiaofeng into the picture as a tool. His endearingly dense. Time and again I dropped hints, only for him to miss them entirely. I suspected an avoidant personality. Around me, he functioned poorly. Until that night, retrieving something from his room, I glimpsed his comic, a romance starring versions of us, using our real names. Why so timid in reality? He was drawing a wall slam scene. On impulse, I decided to tease him, and reversed it, pinning him instead. Thus, under my relentless offense, he shed his turtle shell, upgrading to my boyfriend.